All right, so bell ringer for today, last one. So those of you at home, please submit it to this assignment. Describe FDR's New Deal. What are the 3 R's? How is this deal designed to benefit Americans? How about America through the Great Depression? Hey, what's up? Student counciling it up, huh? How was it? Good meeting? Got a lot done? Awesome. All right, we just started the bell ringer. Oh, I'm good. You can. Yeah, I knew where you're at. Thank you, though. So is Boog's back at college? What's that? Yeah. So are the bracelets on hold then, or is she taking her with her? Oh, okay. Might have to buy one here soon. I gotta think of a cool design now. Or does she have just certain templates that she uses or different types of? Okay. Different designs. Give you another minute or two to finish up here. You working tonight, Ethan? What are the specials? What are the specials for tonight? All right. Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, what's your schedule there? Do you just work Fridays or?
Right now it's Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh, nice, nice. You and Adriana? Nice. All right, one more minute to finish up here. All righty, so describe FDR's New Deal. What are the 3 R's, and how is this deal designed to benefit America through the Great Depression? So what do we have? What do you got, Jakari?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I
have the 3 R's.
Were you paying attention yesterday?
I wasn't here yesterday. I was late.
Oh, you weren't? Oh,
Yeah, I was
sorry about that.
You're all good.
Okay. Well, let's help them out. Lentz, what do you have?
I had the New Deal was planned to help America with the economic struggle and help the country overall. 3 R's are relief, reform, and recovery. And it was designed to benefit people by giving money to those in need, keep the economy stable.
Awesome. Good work. Good work. So this New Deal, a lot like what Teddy Roosevelt came out with the Square Deal, right? They're just not free handouts. These people actually had to work for it, right? This was creating opportunities for the American people to earn a living, to have a job. And with the New Deal especially, these were agencies and organizations that were created to try to lift America out of this Great Depression. Right? This was government-funded agencies, government-funded jobs. What were those jobs called again? President Hoover created one of them with the Hoover Dam. Go ahead, Haley. Yeah, public works. Good job. Public works projects. And these were created, like I said, to give people hope, give them an opportunity to make a living and earn money and earn a wage. Because through this depression, we know that unemployment rates hit an all-time high of 25% of all working Americans. So we're going to talk about a few New Deal agencies today, just through the vocab, and then I have an activity for you guys to work on, and I'll let you guys work on that, and hopefully we can get that done. And Tuesday, I guess it would be, because Monday we're off. Tuesday, we will go over some of those New Deal agencies and talk about them in more detail. All right, yeah, so the New Deal, government-funded jobs, agencies, it was a way to try to help these people that don't have a job. In many cases, with the second New Deal, the Social Security Act, is that still around today? Yeah, it is, right? It is. So to help retired people, people that are disabled, single mothers, so that they have some sort of income to help benefit their family and their needs. Okay. All right, there's a lot of debate. Oh, is Social Security going to run out here? No one knows, right? No one knows. It's up in the air. Okay, I guess they'll somehow figure that out, though. Okay, 3 R's. So relief, reform, and recovery. All right, relief. Who are we relieving? Who are we relieving with this New Deal here? Chris? The unemployment. Yeah, good job. So the unemployed Americans. And this is how we're going to try to relieve this by creating jobs for the people. All right, good job. And then reform. Yeah, good job. So America is really accepting some of these socialist programs and creating a mixed market economy, right? Where we have capitalism, we have private business and industry, but at the same time, we have some government-funded agencies, government-funded jobs. And we all can agree that they're very beneficial, whether it's education, whether it's something with the benefits of agriculture, the environment, okay, helping with research, right? There's a lot of different things that these government-funded agencies are created for. Good. And then finally, recovery. Go ahead, Haley.
The unemployment rate, Social Security.
Oh, yeah, good job. So recovering from this is just that the government's going to be a little bit more involved, that the government's going to provide for the people, that they're going to create jobs. Yeah, these 3 R's really sound similar, but that was the idea: relief, reform, and recovery, trying to really expand what government's about for the people, especially in these hard times. And many Americans, were they accepting of it? Were they accepting of them? Some of them, yeah. But why were some a little afraid to accept?
Mess stuff up even more.
Okay, yeah, all right. So if, let's face it, if this government-funded money, jobs, right? If this is all government money, not private sector, not private industry, how is this going to stimulate the economy? It might for a short time, but sooner or later that's going to run out. We need the private sector. We need the capitalist form of free industries, private business to really boom in order for America to rise out of this depression. Haley? Yeah, right. The Red Scare. So many Americans feared that all these new socialist programs, the government being involved in people's lives even more and more. This is really taking away of what America was established for: a free country, private business, right? Okay. But in a time of this Great Depression, maybe the government needs to step up a little bit and help and aid the people. Not too much, but needs some sort of assistance. All right, good job. All right, that pretty much answers it all. And we're going to talk about that more in detail today and Tuesday. Some of these agencies. Real quick, vocab. Got a few more for you. See, these are some of the agencies I'd like you to know. For the NRA, it's not the Rifle Association. So look at the different one. Look at another one. Right? Just so you're not Googling that one and looking it up or anything like that. It's not the Rifle Association. All right, FDIC. What do we have? FDIC. What do we got? What do we got here? Autumn, what do you have for the FDIC?
Federal Deposit Insurance.
Good job. And what does that do? What is that all about?
One of the agencies that provide deposit insurance.
Yeah, good job. Good job. So remember the stock market crash, where many Americans trusting their money with banks. You remember what happened there with the bank runs? People were running to the bank trying to pull out all their money, all their savings, and it's gone. And it's gone, right? There's a South Park episode, kind of like the stock market, and it's gone. But yeah, these many Americans went to the banks and tried to pull out their money, and it wasn't there. There was no reserve there. So the FDIC, to try to combat against these problems that may ever happen again, are really just trying to push and provide trust for the Americans in the banking system, in the government's financial system. Okay, whenever you open an envelope, let's say from Gratz Bank, right? I know just from Gratz Bank because that's who I deal with. Inside the envelope, it says FDIC in it. There's a bunch of logos FDIC inside the envelope. It's pretty neat. That's still around today from the Great Depression. And really, it's just trying to provide stability. It's trying to provide safety and trust for the American people to trust the banks, again, to put their money in there and have a reserve for these people so that if they ever need money, if they ever need all their savings or checking, whatever it might be, that they can get that, okay? That it's trusted. So part of that, there's another term. We might get to it, we might not, but I just want to make sure you guys know it. It's called a bank holiday. A bank holiday. So write that down, a bank holiday. And this was FDR's administration, okay? These were public officials going to the banks, seeing if they're operating to code, to regulations that were set up by FDR. And if they were, they could keep running, right? And if they weren't, what do you think happened? What do you think happened? They got shut down, right? They got shut down, okay? And they gave them some time to follow code, follow suit, follow what the government's providing for them. And if they could do that, they can open back up. That's why you see a lot of these older buildings, right? I know in Valley View especially, there's a bank right in Valley View, and it was established during this time, and they turned it into a Legion, probably because they weren't following the regulations of what was established during the Great Depression. And I think that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Actually, Sciano's just bought it. Yeah, they just bought it, and they're going to make a pizza place out of it. Hopefully. I don't know if they're still doing that or not, but that was the plans. That's pretty neat. Pretty cool stuff there. All right, TVA. What do we have for the TVA? Chris?
Tennessee Valley Authority, U.S. government, in 1933, and it was their control floods, navigation, building standards of farmers, and produce electric power.
Awesome. Good work. Good work. So we talked about a lot of the issues during this time with agriculture, right? Same thing what that Hoover Dam was established to do. It's not as big as the Hoover Dam. It wasn't, this huge power generation, but it did generate power. This program was established to try to provide industrialization right around this area here where Tennessee is. Okay, moving down into parts of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. Okay, moving up into maybe parts of West Virginia. Okay, we all know that those areas of being kind of the wilderness, the forest areas. And the TVA was established to try to generate power to that area to try to provide industrialization. If you have industrialization, you have electricity there, you're going to have factories, you're going to have businesses. And if you have more businesses and factories, that creates jobs, right? Yeah. And then if you have jobs, people have jobs and make a wage, they can use that money, spend in the economy, try to stimulate it. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then whatever water reservoir they have from this generation of power, they can use that for farming, irrigation. They can use that to help with water supplies for people living in those areas. All right. You guys good with that? Cool. CCC. What is it? CCC. What do you got, Jakari?
I have the Civilian Conservation Corps.
You got it. Good job. The Civilian Conservation Corps. You'll read about this today. And I'm going to talk about this on Tuesday more. But the Civilian Conservation Corps, real quick, was really just providing jobs for young adults. So teenagers, pretty much, men. And it would give them jobs to build up the environment. Okay, help with conservation techniques. And remember the Dust Bowl, right? So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to try to really plant a lot of vegetation, plant trees out into this area to try to hold that soil together, try to bring back that fertile land so that eventually we can farm there again. Providing different types of, it even came to a point where it's almost like a camp for these kids. They would provide housing for them. They would provide food, a wage that they would make, and they would just go and really protect the environment. Okay, building parks, building trail routes through these different areas throughout the United States. And if you're targeting the young adults, adolescents, right? Obviously, that's going to give them a more opportunities, optimistic view of life moving forward. It's not like, oh, this is terrible depression. And at the same time, this is going to promote this idea of conserving the environment and really just push people to enjoy the wilderness, America's natural beauty, right? So all together, that's a great organization, great group. NRA, Haley, what do you have?
The National Recovery Association.
Good work, good work.
Was a prime agency established by FDR. The goal of the administration was to bring industry, labor, and government together to create codes of fair practices and set places.
Good job. So remember the square deal, Teddy Roosevelt, control corporations, right? He was a trust buster, right? He wanted to try to level out these monopolies, these bigger businesses. And FDR is really doing the same thing. If we have more smaller businesses, if we have opportunities for these private business, these smaller organizations, this is going to supply more jobs to the people. This is going to help the middleman, the middle class workers, gain a living, gain an earning that they can spend out in the economy. If we have more jobs, this is going to ultimately stimulate the economy. So he's trying to eliminate competition in the workplace, right? So that these bigger businesses aren't just pushing these little smaller businesses out of business, that they're not taking their assets and forcing them to close their doors, right? All right, is there any questions on that? You guys good? All right, so there's more we're going to talk about. And you see, they call it the alphabet soup, this New Deal. Why? Because all these different types of acronyms here. You'll see even more and more of them. There's hundreds of them. It's crazy, right? But that's what FDR thought was needed during this time to rebuild the economy and try to help America out of this depression. All righty, here we go. Real quick, I just want to talk to you about this presentation, this rubric. Make sure we're all on the same page, and I'll get you working on this activity here. Let me assign it now so you have it. Sooner or later. There it is. Okay, so I want to talk about the project first. So the project, very similar to what you've done before with these battle projects, but this time you're researching a New Deal agency. All right, so we went over a few of these already, but there's a lot more you can do. And if there's one on there, well, one not on that sheet that you'd like to research, just let me know. We can figure it out and we can have you do that. But again, I like to make sure not everybody's doing the same one. So whenever you decide on one, just let me know and I'll grant your group, or if you want to work individually, you can do that as well. Okay. But real quick, I want you to describe the New Deal agency, its impact for Americans, where it was located. Was it at a specific spot in the United States? Okay, an area. What was this New Deal agency created to do? Okay, who was involved in creating this New Deal agency? A lot of it is FDR through his New Deal, okay, obviously. But maybe there's an important figure that helped push for this idea. So research that, look for that. Okay, significance of the agency. So how is it significant? How is it impactful? Is it still around today? Some of these are, some of these aren't. Maybe they just lasted for a couple of years. Maybe it just lasted until World War II started, all right? Some of them started and ended quick. And some, like I said, are still around today. And then also, here you go, include a primary resource, so quote. Maybe it's a poster, maybe it's a newspaper article, maybe it's a message or a slogan that they had. Slogans are good. A lot of these agencies had a slogan. And not only do I want you to provide it, I want you to describe it. So you just can't say, oh, here's my primary resource. No, describe it, okay? Explain what it's trying to promote, what it's trying to talk about. That make sense? And if there's a political cartoon, so a lot of it, if you have a symbol, right? A lot of these agencies have a symbol, have a logo. That's pretty cool, pretty unique. So provide a logo and say, hey, this is what this logo means. This is what they meant to try to accomplish with this logo. Maybe there's a hidden meaning. Maybe there's something symbolic about that logo. All right. And then citations, right? Citations. You need citations. Properly formed. I just don't want the link. I just don't want the title of the article. I want the MLA citation of it. Okay. All right, so those are the agencies. Again, if there's one on that you want to do that's not on the sheet, please let me know. And then here is a rubric. All right, you guys good with that? For the assignment today, the rest of the class will work on this. It shouldn't take you long to do. This is just the reading handouts of certain New Deal agencies, the CCC, the NRA, the CWA, and Social Security Act. So look at that. If you want to do the CCC, there's some information there for you already. Okay, you can use that to help you with your project, or the NRA or CWA or Social Security. All right, and then you're just going to fill out this graphic organizer. Okay, as you can see, there's 4 of them for the 4 readings. All right, it's really just talking about its impact, why it was created, who is it helping, where is it located, things like that. Okay, you guys know what you're doing? All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Usually, I have you work in groups with this, but it's a little hard to do. If you want to, you can. So if you want, like, let's say over here in this group, Autumn, if you want to do the CCC, you can read that, you can describe it, you can talk about it. Okay, you can write that down, and then you can explain to Ethan what it's all about, and Ethan can do the NRA. He can write it all about, and you can give that information to him through a discussion. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know what you're doing? All right, cool. That's it for today then.